I'm Mike. We're on top of the steam train, and I'm going to show you everything from how they clear it out, how they refuel it, put water in it. We're going on a scenic tour of the East Kootenay Railway Company. I'm Michael. I cannot wait to show you this video. So why wait? Let's get it started. Steam trains are the best. They're so big and so loud. Hop on board.
Today, we're just outside of Cranbrook, British Columbia, at the Fort Steele National Historic Site, which showcases the town as it stood here in 1897.
If you're wondering about the British flag, no, we're not in the UK. We are in Canada. It's just we were under British rule back then, so they just play as if we were in 1897. All right, with that being said, let's get back to the train, see how they fill it up. The steam train here is 3 years shy of its 100th birthday, and it was the last working steam train in British Columbia. And today we're gonna ride on board in the locomotive. I'm gonna show you how they refuel it with oil, how they fill it with water from the water tower. We're gonna go for a little joyride around the track that they have here. It's a figure 8, but most importantly, I'm gonna show you how they do a blowdown. That's the good stuff. That's what we're all here for. And there is the steam train.
The province of BC donated it to us, and it was working on Vancouver Island like as a logging engine. So it would pull logs around. The last steam locomotive in BC. It was retired
This was the last steam
locomotive operating for a company in BC.
Wow.
They retired it in 1960.
So it takes two things to operate a steam train: water to turn into steam, and fuel to turn the water into steam. And the fuel can either be wood, coal, or in this case, oil.
Water to steam. 1 cubic inch of water is 1,700 cubic inches of steam.
Holy cow.
Yeah, it's quite an expansion rate.
It was originally wood burning because it worked in the logging industry, but it was then converted to oil. So you're pumping steam from the steam train to this to pump the oil back into that.
Wow.
And so out here, this container right here is the oil where we just refilled, and all around the outside is for the water, which originally that was all for the water, and this is where they would have stacked firewood when this was a wood-burning steam train, but since it's been converted to oil, they just simply fitted an oil tank here. You need fuel to refill it, so you essentially can't ever run it dry.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Oh, wow.
So we're using the steam that was created by burning the oil.
Yeah.
Which is actually now we're filling more oil in, so it's kind of like a vicious loop.
It's a crazy circle. It's very, makes a lot of sense. So the steam comes down into these valves, which pushes the push rods. But what you will notice is the wheels and the push rods on each side of the train. It pushes from both sides, but they're off by 30 degrees from the other side. That way you'll never have them even at a part where the train could stall or be at a dead stop and not be able to push one or the other. And I never knew this before, but the wheels are actually counterweighted as well. So the ones that get the most stress, they have the biggest counterweight. And the ones at the front get a little bit less stress from the push rods, so they have smaller counterweights.
The 3 domes on the top?
Yeah.
The first one is the front sand dome for going forward. It puts sand on the rail.
Okay.
And the last one, the back one, is for backing up sand. So we got 2 sand domes, and then the one in the middle is a steam dome.
Look at that.
The sand is used for traction on hills and wet track. Now, how do you know if the fire is burning properly?
And the way that I fire is I check the stack. If you got a clean stack, it means you got a good burning fire. So
Okay.
I'll add more oil.
Yeah.
And watch the stack, it'll go black.
Oh yeah.
See how dirty it is?
Yeah.
So I'll add a little more atomizer, a little more blower.
And clean it up.
Really intense fire. Wow.
Riding with my sister Jess. Kendall is the engineer, and Gene over here is the fireman. Wow, that was slick. All right, flick the switch. We're headed back on the main line. We're coming up on the water tower. Got to fill up before we start our tourist rides for the day here. I have honestly never seen this done and don't know what it entails. Imagine it's pretty simple, but I'm still mesmerized. And it's literally just gravity draining into. You were saying you add salt to this water to soften the water,
yep,
so that it's not acidic and eating away at the boiler.
That's right.
Or too
alkaline and coating it with slime.
Right.
Or whatever alkaline.
So you want it to go through and
Like
be
as neutral water.
A neutral, clean water. So Jess, what do you think?
What did you say?
What do you think?
My favorite part's the whistle. I thought that was so cool.
Steam trains just make you smile. Something about them. So stay tuned, we're gonna show you a couple of blowdowns and we're gonna show you a blowdown, and at the end, they're gonna blast sand through it as well to clear it out, and that's gonna put a lot of black soot in the air to clean out the boiler. Did I get that right?
That's right.
That's
clean
coming
out
up.
the tubes.
Yeah, that's the fun one to watch. So to help with social distancing, once you get your ticket, they give you your seat number, and they've spaced out these stakes in the ground all along. So you stand in line, but at your spaced, 2 meters, 6 feet for you Americans, and yeah, we'll be boarding in a minute. Thanks, Doug. So the train runs about a 2.5 mile or a 4 kilometer loop, and it uses spring switches so that the engineer doesn't have to get out and switch it manually. And we are coming up to our halfway point with a platform with a view of the area, which normally you'd be able to get out and walk around for about 20 minutes, but due to COVID, there's no disembarking, but we'll still get to enjoy the view from here. So it might not be the biggest steam train, the fastest steam train, or the oldest steam train, but it's still impressive that it is a steam train running and functioning and has to adhere to provincial regulations and inspections every single year. And the only way that all of this is possible is by the people who work here and continue to work to operate it. It's awesome that people want to step up and learn it and continue to operate it so the rest of us can come and enjoy it. It's not quite a lost art yet, and we have them to thank for it.
If I would have been given the opportunity to be a steam engineer, but I wasn't because of my age group, I guess, I would have been 3rd generation steam engineer.
No way.
My grandfather, my father, my uncle, myself now, thanks to this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as promised, here's a blowdown. Yes. Sometimes it's the simple things. Okay, the last train of the day is done. All the tourists are off, so we are gonna hop on board here. They're gonna blast sand through the whole system as they go in reverse, and you're gonna get a whole lot of black smoke. And basically it's blowing out all of the carbon and all of the gunk that's built up in the pipes and the systems here, and it's apparently a show. So let's get on board and check this out. So to make this happen, Doug's gonna have the steam on full blast, and you're gonna be at full throttle going in reverse, so it's gonna be sucking as much air as possible into this machine. We're gonna pour in the sand, it's gonna suck it through the system and shoot it out the top black. you can see just how fine and white that sand is. That's gonna come out black. So the white sand that we just put into the boiler comes out looking like this once they've emptied it out. So that's black. That's black. Look at that. That's a big difference. Look at that! Well, that's pretty much it for today. We're just gonna ride it into the garage and call it a day. So if you like trains, you like adventure, you're in the right place. I'm Michael, the channel is DownieLive. I don't know where I'm going next, but I know I want you there with me. See ya! And a big thanks to Fort Steele and the East Kootenay Railway Company for having us here with them. You're still here. You're still here because this video is sponsored by Skillshare. No, hear me out. There's a reason. If you don't know what Skillshare is, it's an online platform that has thousands of classes for curious and creative minds like ourselves. And I've been taking a class by Thomas Dayhair, who is the main editor for the YouTube channel Yes Theory with over 5 million subscribers. So it's not just some professor teaching you. These are people doing the work that are inspiring us every day, that are teaching classes that can help you. And his class is called Storytelling Through Film, How to Create Engaging Videos for YouTube, which is exactly what this is, and using his elements, I've kept you here to the end of the video. So if you're looking to improve your game, learn some skills, try something new, this is a great place to do it, and it is less than $10 a month. Now the first 1,000 of you, if you click on the link in my description down below, they will give you a free 2-month Skillshare Premium membership. So click that link in the description and maybe I'll see you in a class.